Hey headphone people, MrAyrit here. Welcome back to the channel. Got another quick amplifier review for you today. And this time we're looking at the Drop THX AAA One. Picked this up for 120 bucks used. You know, I've had the 789 before, and I've had the SP200, and my general stance is that THX, while it's clean, it does have kind of a dryness to it. And some of the detail, you know, while they are extremely detailed amps, they do, I feel like, push some of that detail a little bit hard, and you know, like almost like they're trying too hard. So I wanted to know if the AAA One followed suit in that regard, because you know, like I said, I got it for 120 bucks. They're coming down in price quite a bit. It's still got a lot of power, about 2.7 watts, I think, into 32 ohms. So you know, I thought it was worth a shot anyway. So let's go over the build here real quick, and then we will talk about that sound portion of it. I just have to say, I don't know what it is about these form factors of these drop amps, but I just love it. Honestly, this square setup, like, I like that they're like kind of really low and thin, and but they're big enough that they sit on your desk and they don't move around a lot, as opposed to something like a Magni, which, you know, like an IE Magni or a Heresy is going to compete really closely with this. I do feel like the shit products feel a little bit better built, but at the same time, I prefer this bigger form factor just because it stays put and, I don't know, looks a little bit cooler, I think. Only single-ended, right? If you want balance, you got to get the 789. So we got power button over here. We got 3 gain stages. Little itty bitty volume knob that doesn't feel super great. You know, I wouldn't say it doesn't even feel as good as like a Magni, I wouldn't say. Preamp button to turn on the preamp and off the preamp. Round on the back, again, single-ended only, so we got RCA in, RCA out, and then just a little power adapter. I will note, you know, it does have some nice big rubber feet. Again, with this guy, it's got enough heft and those nice rubber feet that it stays put on your desk, which, you know, doesn't seem like a big deal, but everyday use, it's one of those things that, like, it can grate on you after a while if your amp's flopped around. Now, you can stick stuff down with like little blue sticky tack and things like that, which is what I've usually done with those smaller shit products. But I just really like this form factor. Power cable. This is what the power cable looks like. So it's just a little, you know, wall brick, and then it's got about maybe like a 5 or 6 foot cable on it. So not much of note there, but that's what you're getting if you wanted to know. All that being said, let's talk sound. I mean, first of all, like, I would say it's not anything that strays too far from what I mentioned earlier that I've experienced with other THX stuff. I didn't feel like maybe it was as forward or sharp or dry as the SP200. That one, I think, was the like exhibited that trait the most out of all these, but it's been quite a while since I've heard that amplifier. You know, the only other solid state that I've got right now that I can go back and forth with was the Singxer SA1, and I just love that amplifier. I feel like it does resolve better than this. I do feel like it's just a little more natural, a little more nuanced, it's a little more easygoing. Again, I think when I'm thinking of these THX amps, like, really what's in my head is that they have the detail, they have the clarity, but they're trying too hard to give it to you. Where I feel like the Singxer, you know, it sits back a little bit more, it presents the space a little bit better, it's a little bit better separated, and it lets you come to it to get those details. That's just the best way that I can put it. So I feel like the AAA One, you know, it's a little more forward. It's the bass has a little more punch to it. You know, the detail in the treble is just a little more forward and a little more dry than the Singxer. And, you know, depending on your headphones, this is going to be more noticeable on some than others. So, for instance, I've got the Alex that I was trying on this, and on that headphone it was very, very noticeable, but that's a pretty in-your-face headphone. But the other headphones I tried on this, which are, I got the Stealth Edition Arias here, I tried it with the 400 SE, I tried it with, you know, the HE6 SE V2. All those, I didn't feel like it was as big a deal because they're not as in your face as the Alex was. So if you have headphones that are a little more laid back, it honestly, like, it's not as big of a deal. And I think that's it. Again, I think for the price, you know, 120 bucks, it's hard to argue with this amp here. I think, right, you know, IE Magni Heresy, Atom, all of those things are going to be in this same realm. I would almost just tell you to not worry about it as much and just pick up whatever one you can at a really good price on the used market. They're all solid amplifiers. I do like, again, though, the form factor of this one probably better than the rest of those. I think that's it, honestly. Can't believe I did it, but this is like, you know, like an under 7-minute review, which is unheard of for me. So I'll leave you with it there. If you found this useful, consider liking, subscribing, questions, comments, you know, alternative opinions, put those down below, and I will see you in the next one.